Okay guys, this is how I solved a problem that I was having with expanding my server at home. I have a server that I mainly use for Plex, but I also use it to back up all of my business files, my STLs, anything that I want to keep and have. And so I really didn't want to buy a server chassis that holds, 20 drives or so, because I kind of already committed to just buying 4 terabytes at a time, which really isn't ideal. If you can start from scratch, I would definitely suggest to just start out with 8 terabyte drives. But because of my budget at the time, I decided to go with 4 terabyte drives just to make it easier for me. But anyway, I did not want to buy a server chassis, so I came up with my own design for a little hard drive enclosure with a fan and everything integrated right into it. So you can see here, these are the rails that will slide in to this case. And then there's a spot for a fan on the back, and this hole is just to pass through the power and the SATA cables. But these holes on the sides are also to interlock multiple of these together. And on the front, you just use the same bolt hole that you use to affix this. You can use that, and there's a little tab to connect all of these together if you needed multiples in like a little tower or like a 2x2, whatever you want to do. It's infinitely expandable. But let me show you kind of how this works. So this back plate right here, it will screw in to a silicon board that has the SATA ports on it and provides power to the drives. I'll put a link to that in the description, and I'll show a picture of it here as well. But basically that will install right here on this plate, and then these pin holes are for alignment pins so that you can glue this together with this other half. And this will be where your drives slide in and interface with that silicon board that you can purchase for, I think they were like $25 when I was looking at the time. But I'll put a link to those. And then just one fan on the back. And I have actually been running a different version of this for about a year, and I have had no issues with it. My hard drives have been just perfectly fine inside of there. My current NAS setup has like a 8-bay slots on the bottom, and then I just added one of these. But now I'm going to just get rid of the 8 bays in the case and upgrade to a larger motherboard, so I have more PCI slots so that I can basically expand to as many drives as I can. But I'm gonna try out this little PCI card that I got. I'll also post a picture of that here. And that is basically just a PCI to 20 SATA ports. So I think that with 20 drives, that should last me quite a while. I don't really see needing to do more than 20 drives, but I'm not even sure if this is going to work at all. But we'll find out soon enough. So I'll keep you guys updated on that once I build this thing. But yeah, this is the basic idea. If anybody would like the file to this, once it's finished, I'll be uploading it to Thingiverse or somewhere like that. I haven't decided if I'll charge for it or not, depending on what I want to do. But either way, I thought this was a pretty cool project and that you guys might be interested in it. And I'll just show a quick video here also of what it currently looks like. Excuse the cable management nightmare I have going on back there. That's another thing I want to clean up after I rebuild this. But this is the server chassis I currently have. This is a John Sobo case, and it's been great, but I just really want and need more drive space. So the only way I was going to be able to do it was to get a motherboard with more PCI slots and get that card like I showed you. I would also like to do a fan filter on this eventually, but that is one of these all assembled up, and it also has the fan just directly on the back. You could probably mount that internally as well if you wanted to. I just put it on the outside because it was simple and easy, but that is what they look like, all fully assembled. And this will also be tighter of a gap than it is. I originally just split this in like the Bamboo Studio Handy app, and I just didn't quite get it together right when I put it together, but I think this newer version will snap together a lot better.